Hey, what's up? Lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss the 1999 horror film Sleepy Hollow. This is directed by Tim Burton, composed by Danny Elfman, the two dynamic duos that they are with the horror and spooky genre. 'Tis the spooky season after all, starring Johnny Depp, Christina Ricci, Christopher Walken, and a slew of other people. So this is a retelling of the Legend of Sleepy Hollow. It's been books, it's been movies, it's been TV shows. I love this version. It's very gory. Sleepy Hollow is upstate New York. Um, it's a story of a cult, but revenge and who's sleeping with who when and who married who secretly and who's pregnant and who's cheating whom out of whom's will and all these different things about a small farming community upstate New York. It's very entertaining because it's not so much socialites, because socialites are more like city based, but these are like it's a good old fashioned conspiracy. Let's put it that way. Remarriages and daughters inheriting everything and wills being changed and good old times. So I don't know the full accurate Sleepy Hollow story. I do know that the Headless Horseman is a big focal point within the horror genre, within the spooky stories, within the Halloween stories as well. And the Headless Horseman is a big shout out within Disney as well. Disney parks always has the Headless Horseman throughout their Halloween festivities, their Halloween parades, their cavalcades, whatever you want to call them. So this movie's fun in the horror sense, hour 45 minutes long, because it's gory. It's scary at some points. You have all this twisted stuff going on, but the way it was filmed, there's practical effects mixed with CGI, so it was really big at the time, 1999, to have. You know, when the Headless Horseman puts his skull back on his head and like all of the ligaments and muscles and nerves like start to pop up, like that was really good special effects back then. So it's pretty cool seeing it. I really enjoyed the mystery of it, the detectiveness, but also that horror aspect. If someone has a cut on their hand, but it's not clotted and doesn't show any healing, that means it was done post-mortem. So what's that cover up? The slicing to the neck, with the head spinning, that's pretty graphic, but very entertaining as well. This is in 1799 is when the story takes place, so it's very on the cutting edge of scientific discoveries within the medical field, because most of the time it was just, medieval practices and things of that nature. So it's not truly into the new modern age at that point. But Ichabod is trying to get to that new modern age. I loved young Mazbeth being, with Katrina and Ichabod at the end in New York City at the dawn of the new century at the very end. I thought that was pretty neat. Yeah, it's just a great feel-good, spooky time movie. Perfect horror genre. That Twisted Oak Tree, the Highway to Hell, the Highway to Hell, the Entrance to Hell, wonderful. I liked that we got a Headless Horseman backstory within this as well. I've been watching this since I was a kid. This came out when I was 9 years old. So I love Burton films. I love 80s, 90s, 2000s Burton films. 2010s Burton films are hit and miss for me. I know we discussed this a few times, but we'll see what 2020 Burton films bring. I expect nothing but the best. I think the only thing he's currently working on is Beetlejuice 2. I think that's the only thing in development. But I know he's been focusing on family stuff recently, and it's great. He's done so much work, and I as a horror fan and a spooky fan, attest so much of my art style and appreciation towards his art style and appreciation. I went to a Burton exhibit at the MoMA, 2010, 2011, something like that. Great exhibit, seeing all his props. And the Scarecrow in Sleepy Hollow, what we see in the first couple scenes, it was at that event. It was at that exhibit at the MoMA, about 10 years ago. So it was really cool seeing it in person. And I was like, haha, I've seen that prop. It's a cool prop. It's a big prop. So, yeah, nothing but love. Sleepy Hollow, 1999 horror classic film that it is. Go watch it. Mucho mahalo.